Let's go. They not fucking ready to talk about it. Let's motherfucking talk about it. Let's get up to this motherfucking shiz naives. You already fucking know. Let's motherfucking go. Let's start off with let's talk about it. They ain't fucking ready yet. Are they dumb?
Pink diamond chicken wing chain.
Are they
Let a
dumb?
leopard beehive on your head.
Are they
Are
dumb?
you forgetting that I pressed you before, bitch?
Let's go. They not fucking ready yet. You already know how we feel about that hot shit. Them motherfuckers can feel like that hot shit wasn't that hot shit, but we love that hot shit over here. Let's talk about it.
Body wanna be gang, ain't no spots left.
Bad bitch contest, it wouldn't be a contest. Woo, they smoking dope.
I'm connected. I don't know what's longer.
Let's go. I don't know what's cold up in my heart or my necklace.
Pretty when I wake up, I'm a bad bitch at breakfast.
Still might slide on the eye bar. Hating didn't work, so they lied bar. Them bitches looking hurt and they fried bar. They know they gonna miss it if they. Let's talk about it. They ain't fucking ready yet. Let's go. One thing she never call a bitch for is the truth. Checks coming fast, she like Sue. Woo. Give her to a straight 100 proof. I thought she killed you hoes before, it must be deja vu. It's either that or she catch a body number. It's that drop location, drop a op music. This ain't for them niggas in the house, this shit for Glock music. Let's talk about it. It's that pill talk. Gotta bust his head, he cut on op music. Who said they gang? Who said they could come around this bitch and hang?
And I fucked your baby mama.
Let's go! Who came outside in 2020? Pull up in that 21.
My size.
This shit was nothing but fucking bars. Let's go, Yee!
That nigga go home where your kids at.
They be on his nerves, they be on his nerve. When they lost Verge, I was on the verge.
I just hit the
Let's go. What y'all make? What y'all make? They just made a silent movement with no words. Got me fucked up. God got them down.
God got me now. Guess who else?
They can't say that wasn't that shit. You already know our fucking motto. Fuck them barbs and fuck that
At the end
bitch.
of the day, fuck y'all barbs and fuck that bitch.
Thank you for supporting me.
And if you don't,
suck my.
when I smoke this bitch, yes. Probably fail my piss test. Get rid of those fake breasts. I put a vest on that bitch. Yes. It's all positive. Everything we do over here is positive. God damn it.
And I ain't on welfare, and I once was.
You dig me? Them bitches got fat while we starved. Shots in their ass, pads in their bras. They some liars. It ain't no facts in their songs. And yeah, that crown is coming back to the Bronx. Let's talk about it. Bitch, you know I rap that. Bitches step back, I'm right back on my bullshit. You can back that.
Back hoes, I never stress.
Let's go. Cardi B, find me anywhere to check at. Them bum bitches is broke.
And I don't respect that. That is sugar daddy talk, but they don't reflect that.
You ain't opened up no business, got no business. I be in a mansion and you be in my mansion. Let go.
Right out the trenches to top of the chart.
Lost friends on the way. This shit is breaking my heart.
About 30 seconds in, I'm like, where do I start?
She don't act, she a hustler, just playing her part.
What you spend on your whip?
Bitch, she spin on her feet.
Don't
Let's
let your
go.
niggas bring on my dick. I'm about
To follow my back and send him a pic.
of me, holding my Grammy, rubbing my click. Get that input, I'm guaranteed the outcome. Ask that,
But she still poking out sub. Making nigga, making middle like he Malcolm. It's just a little something cause she finished up the album, bitch. Let's motherfucking talk about it. Okay? That interview was just a little something. Okay? Let's talk about it.
Where's anybody else covering this? If I'm not here and I don't put this out,
The public would not know nothing. We the ones that's putting it out. They not fucking ready to talk about it. We on their motherfucking ass. Let's motherfucking go. Already know Nicole up in the motherfucking building. Is we good? Is we staticky? I don't know what's going on, but we gonna get this shit popping. Let's talk about it. They ain't never ready to talk about it, but we on their motherfucking ass. Let's get it. So the Barbs is on Young Miami ass now. Okay, because you already know she says how she likes people can come out and say that they like both of these people, all these girls, but guess what? They only point out when they say when the fuck she like that they like Cardi B or they want Cardi B on their thing. We on their ass. Let's talk about it. The visual to Cardi interview is out now. Have y'all seen it? We will be talking about it because Armon had a lot of things to say. My radio, why are you so obsessed with the queen? Can we talk about it? Okay, you already fucking know we about to get into the shiz naives. Shout outs to Lacole in the motherfucking chat. She said, hey, Barty Gang family, you already fucking know how we get down. Let's talk about it, okay? Tell me more, 215. Let's talk about it. Like, share, sub, hit the motherfucking bell button, okay? And coming into the chat. Welcome new members. Happy Wednesday. So are you ready for the hottest live show ever? You better be. We connected. Let's talk about it, Lacole. Let's get up into the shiz naives. Let's talk about it, Susie. I see you up in her. Let's get it. Lacole said, hey, baby D, let's go. They not fucking ready. Let's go, Lacole. Yes, Susie Boo said, let's go. Okay, Queen, baby, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it, family. You already know, Susie. Hit that motherfucking like button, Susie. Let them know. We got TW in this bitch. You know this live about to be the fuck federal. Let's talk about it. Shout outs to TW. You already know that's our motherfucking snippet queen. You already know our girl is going through a whole lot, but guess what? She is here with us. Let's talk about it, queen. We already fucking know, TW. Let's motherfucking go. She said not going to be in this live, but I had to say, hey, shout outs to you, because I'm not even gonna hold you. I was definitely thinking about you earlier. I was like, damn, I haven't even talked to TW in a minute. I just, you doing so well, and trust and believe you are strong. You can get through it. We is here with you. We connected, baby. Let's talk about it. I know that baby is getting so big and got you busy too. We love it. Let's talk about it, TW. Okay, yes, Susie, tell them press. They ain't ready yet. Pop up, guess who, bitch? Pop up, guess who, bitch? Andrea, baby, let's talk about it. They ain't fucking ready yet. Yes, we back. Okay? Like we never motherfucking left. Yes, Andrea said all those barbs was in the comments. You already know. I wanted to read that shit. But that was an hour and some change recording. So I was like, fuck that. But they definitely was in there. I definitely, yes, TW. You gotta tell us how the baby doing. Cause okay, you gotta definitely tell us that, baby. Okay, I know the baby is keeping you sane. Okay, with all the shit naive that's going on. Let's talk about it. TW said been a lot. He said we all sick right now. Oh hell no. Y'all gonna get the fuck away from that baby. That baby immune system is very low. We cannot be doing that one, baby. Okay, Susie, tell them like, share, motherfucker, subscribe, light us up. You already know Andrea, much love. Okay, TW said, baby D bringing the energy, love it. Wish I could stay, love y'all. You already fucking know, TW. We gonna hold this bitch down. Okay, yes, get well soon, sweetie. You already fucking know. You know, that's one thing about us. We strong as hell. Yes, how is everything, TW? Yes, tell us more. You already know, Susie. Talk about it. Okay, hold on. Hunter said, and don't attack me, but I feel when he brought up WAP and Megan, there wasn't really a vibe there. Well, time will tell. Yeah, TW said, oh, y'all, I want 100. 800,000 plus from the lawsuit with the hospital. I keep telling you. Yeah, you definitely had one. I hope you went and told their asses like, we taking their asses down. All right, baby, sick and crying. I gotta go. Yes, get to that baby right now. You already know, little Barty. They can't fuck with us hardly. Body anybody saying they don't know our body. Ha! Slum bitches move. What? Let's talk about it. Andrea said, I love how she was mutual about motorsports and she loved it. That's facts. I'm mad that I think she really like hot shit too, but I feel like Armon and Jason Lee, I just feel like them two, for y'all two to just keep saying that y'all didn't like hot shit, and yes, it did not do much numbers, but I fucks with the song. It's just that I felt like everybody around there had controversy, and it was just too much. Let's talk about it, Andrea. But yes, she says, you know what I don't like about Jason? Stop focusing Megan and Cardi to click. There isn't vibe. Ooh, you think so? Okay, congratulations, TWA. You should. Let's talk about it. Armon was in the comments. He was in the comments of the interview? Wow, wow, wow. In my Armon voice. Now let's get into the shits naives. We're gonna get into a couple real news and then we're gonna go on. Okay, we're gonna go on and we're gonna get into a couple real news first, okay? Give us like 15 minutes. Let's talk about it. They said, so who else uses it? Most high-end restaurants. Okay. 7 News exposes meat glue. Do y'all fucking hear this shit?
A restaurant held together by glue. 7 News reporter Amanda Cost investigating how it's done and exposing the potential health risk. Amanda?
Well, can you tell the difference between these two center cut fillets? One is legit and the other was pieced together using meat glue. It's a way to cut costs, but we're asking, at what risk? It's white, powdery, and holding one of these two steaks together. Transglutaminase, also known as Activa or meat glue. The powder can bind proteins together, and it's used in some restaurant kitchens. This YouTube video shows the process of making a phony fillet. Sprinkle the meat glue, toss the chunks of meat, wrap it tightly, suck out the air, let it set, and then slice. Meat glue stretches meat supply, saves money, and we found the stick, part of the food industry for decades. But at Tony's Market,
it's not what I would want to sell to my customers or what I would want to eat.
Meat glue is not an option here.
Meat glue is not an option for any self-respecting butcher.
However, it can be a legitimate staple used in restaurants, cafeterias, catering, and this dish. A scallop covered in chicken skin, bound by meat glue.
If we didn't have the Activa in it, it would just fall off into the pan.
Chef Ian Kleiman creates unique dishes. His ingredients, including meat glue, are no secret. But
there are some instances in the industry where they use it to, make products that aren't very good. So
basically dupe people.
Yeah, basically dupe people.
We checked, and the Food and Drug Administration says meat glue is generally recognized as safe.
The FDA says it's perfectly safe. It's just, how is it being used?
If you're not safe with it, if you're not practicing, proper procedures, you can certainly get people sick very easily.
For safety reasons, the USDA recommends cooking the inside of a steak to 145 degrees.
But if you've got meats cut together and stuck together, you could have the bacteria on the inside.
So a glued steak served rare or medium rare could be a health hazard.
They're not going to come out and say on the menu that we have a glued steak.
So how can you tell? You may not taste the difference or spot it on the outside. But insiders say the biggest clue is when you cut into the steak.
It should be solid and sliced like it should. If it falls apart when you slice it, that's going to be a warning sign that this has probably been, put together wrong.
But with the right equipment in the kitchen, it's nearly impossible to spot a glued steak that's put together by a pro. So which steak is the fake? You may not be able to tell from the outside, but it's actually the one here on the left. And we called around order at a restaurant.
This shit is fucking federal because I don't give a fuck if the FDA approve it. The FDA approve all this shit that's toxic to our fucking health. And this is why we really got to watch the shit that we be eating from these restaurants and shit like that, because guess what? This shit is federal and you better off making your own shit because you know what you put in there. That's why sometimes we can't never make something like the restaurants because they always using some shit that we don't even fucking know about it. This shit is federal. Let's get into it. A child saved from kidnapper. They lost a child and found them in someone's house because the child was crying so loud. This shit is federal. Protect Black children. Love, family, accountability, responsibility, relationships, single mom, strong, single mom problems, single mom sage, single moms. Let's talk about it. This shit is federal. Hold on.
She was in there? We heard her. Well, no, we came right to the front. We came right to the front. They got her? Is you serious? Wow. Bro, have somebody know number 19.
This shit is fucking federal. And it's so crazy because if we start coming together like this, we probably can find more and more kids. Lexus Bill, what's going on, baby? She said, what up, everyone doing? I mean, how everyone doing? Y'all miss me this morning. Yes, we missed you this morning. She said, how you heard that Minaj was on Instagram Live and looked on the floor, and you will see what I'm talking about. And she is trying to look like Whitney. She looks a mess. Oh, that's old. That's old. She did that during the time she was releasing shit. If you talking about when she had that blonde wig on with and she was sitting there with some socks on her feet and it was sitting right there on the floor. Yeah, that's old. Yep, meat glue. Yeah, this shit is old. Hunter said Cardi does sides with who she wants to do music where I don't know if she's pushing for to do music, but that's not how it works. Yes, Andrea Boo. Lexus Boo said, Queen of rap. Queen it's cool. This stuff is on the pile. No, I think no. That's an old live. That's an old live. She had been put that out, and she go far as to say, "Catch it, catch what." Yeah, it happened last year. Yeah, we do. I do remember that last year of December when it happened. Yeah, that's right before she tried to sue Nosy Ho. Yeah, that was right before she tried to sue Nosy Ho. Yep. That happened. That shit is crazy. Okay, let's talk about it. Oh shit! Did her leg get run over? Like what the fuck? She probably didn't know she backed all the way up and was trying to get out that car to see was that lady okay because she backed up to her car, but then ain't realized she ain't even had that shit or was it fucking snowing? That shit.
Sometimes you can walk right into a critical situation and never see it coming. Welcome back to Rice's Rules. Next gen. If you find yourself in a tight spot like this one, do everything you can to get out of the spot. Take evasive action and go. Sometimes.
Child cheese, this shit is federal because, like they said, they always watching.
The amount of rat poison.
Taco Bell, it don't never get no better than this. Taco Bell nearly kills a man with rat poisoning.
In the man's to-go order was significant.
Already.
At this time, criminal attempt homicide.
And is now the focus of the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. That a customer bought food at the restaurant Sunday afternoon. While here, he argued with employees. Hours later, the man called 911 and was hospitalized.
That hospital said they had a patient consumed rat poison in his food from the same restaurant.
Sheriff's deputies came back Sunday night and closed down the restaurant. The amount of rat poison in the man's to-go order.
How the fuck do you got rat poisoning? I ain't gonna hold you. I stopped eating from Taco Bell a long time ago when they were saying something about the meat that they use. It is not the meat. Child, this shit is federal. Okay, we can't eat nothing.
So I'm a Bank of America and everybody's missing.
Get them motherfucking lighters up, because y'all better get them lighters up if the fuck y'all with Bank of America, because this shit is federal. Okay, smash alert. Sources are stating that some Bank of America card holders, accounts may have been hacked. Also, customers are stating is not answering the calls. If you have please check your accounts. And it's so crazy because I think it was a celebrity that literally a motherfucking one of them scam people done got him for, I think it was 800 million. It was something 100 million. Like, this shit is federal. Queen said that's why I don't eat Taco Bell. That shit real. Okay, yes, Lexus Boo. She said Taco Bell's a little nasty, guys. Okay, Carrie Boo, all the smoke. Let's talk about it. Okay, Nicole, baby. Lexus Boo said, what up? Let's talk about it. I love how she said your last name, Carrie. I be loving it. It be so funny. Let's talk about it, okay? This shit is federal, but if y'all got Bank of America, I'm quite sure Y'all already know that this is what been going on today. They said one day y'all gonna learn to stop using a bank and buy a good safe and be your own bank. Bank of America, the reason I do that, they robbed me. This is what somebody in the comments said. And let me tell y'all something, I own one of the ones that were not. This shit is federal.
Missing money. I'm also missing money over $1,300, and they're telling me to call customer service, and they keep hanging up on people. This another person here is also missing money. So we're trying to see what's going on. Money's missing today, and we need our money. And they're already telling us to call customer service, and customer service.
And money wasn't just missing. The motherfuckers that didn't have the money in their account, they is overdraft. Can we talk about it? So is the fees getting added on?
Service ain't doing nothing about it. So just a heads up, if anybody's experiencing this, please let us know, because this is not right. I'm missing $1,400 from my account, and they're telling me that there's no way they can help us. This guy's missing money too. This other person is missing money too. And this, you missing money too? There you go. So this is not something that's just one person. This is everybody's happening to them. And this is crazy. This is very crazy. Yes, Bank of America decided to take people's money without their consent. And we're asking what's going on, and they're giving us a runaround. Everybody for the same thing, man. Same thing. So I'm a Bank of America, and
this shit is federal, and I don't get no better than that.
So I guess
now here go Bank of America again. They said y'all gotta do better.
Y'all know by now that Bank of America had some kind of funny business going on this morning, y'all. So I got up this morning and I checked my accounts as usual, and I see a negative balance. And I just told my husband yesterday that we needed to switch accounts from Bank of America Business to go to another bank, because it's always something with them. So I called customer service this morning. I stayed on the phone for like 45 minutes trying to get someone. It was dead silent. So I'm not sure if there was a glitch in the online system or the customer services system, because I was not getting a response, and I kept like hanging up and calling right back to try to get somebody to talk to me. So after an hour and a half, I finally got to talk to somebody, and they told me they was having an issue with Zelle. Bank of America, y'all got to do better, because this is like the third incident within the last month with my account. What is going on? So
this shit is federal. This shit is definitely federal. Let's talk about it. Because even that, it was a damn hold up. This one right here. Olympics legend Usain, I don't know what boat, lost 12 million in savings to a scam. Only 12,000 remains in his account. The 8-time gold winner on Monday quoted lyrics on his Twitter account that in part read, "The history of evil, what is the root? Money." Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Okay? They said Jamaican Olympics sprinter, okay, was shocked to discover 12 million missing from an account he had with Kingston-based investment. Now, this is a whole different bank. Firm, stocks, and securities. According to his lawyers, y'all better get y'all money out these banks, because y'all think, oh, I ain't got Bank of America. Oh, I don't have Kingston-based investments. But no. They don't give a fuck. If you got shit in there that you're saving, you better off holding it yourself. You are your security. Okay, let's talk about it. Stop putting people in your business and they shouldn't rob you, okay? Especially if it's somebody that knows you better than that. Watch them fucking creeps that be trying to rob us. Let's talk about it. Story Jamaican, because guess what? They robbing us out here and they robbing us at the bank. Let's talk about it. They said a boat was recently told there was only about 12,000 remaining in the account. His lawyer, Langton P. Gordon, said in a phone interview the account was part of Boat's retirement and lifetime savings. It's full news for anyone, Gordon said on Wednesday, and certainly in the case of Mr. Boat, who estimated this account as part of his private pension. Child, they even taking his retirement plan. Can we talk about it? This shit is fucking federal. Jamaican Finance Service Commission on Tuesday said it had installed its own temporary manager at SSL following reports of allegations of fraud and had earlier prompted the commissions to put the bank under enhanced oversight. Can we talk about it? SSL did not immediately respond to calls and emails requesting comments. Gordon said regular have not communicated with him or his client. If both does not see the money returned within 8 days, Gordon said he plans to take the case to the Supreme Court in Kingston. Waka Flocka, what business are you promoting? Because this nigga in a comment and he said, have his PR hit my fault. So he must know some people that can help him. So I think he needs to get into it. So let's get into why the fuck we are here. Can we talk about it? Okay, what y'all got to say? The Queen said China Wisely and Dave Robert online banking. What? Dave and Robert online banking? That's a bank. Okay, Lexus Boo said, hey, big yes, look who. She said, how are you doing, Boo? Let's talk about it. Yes, hold on. Lexus says shit is way federal. You already fucking know this shit is way federal. Andrea, damn. Yes, Queen said they worked hard for that cash, and that's facts. They went for his retirement plan. Well, like what the Bible said, money is the root of all evil. That's what he quoted. That's what he quoted, and they said lyrics. They even quoted the Bible quote. Okay, you got online shit. That online shit is federal too. I want to be able to walk up in that bitch. Okay, you got my money, B. We gonna walk up in that bitch because they ain't fucking ready to talk. Trust me, we gonna walk up in that motherfucker. Let's get into some shiz naives. Beyonce is out here performing. Okay, they said, okay, Beyonce appears to be getting ready for her 24 million 1-hour performance in Dubai this weekend. 24 million? I'll be getting ready too. How much y'all think those tickets are going for? If the fucking price of her and them giving to her is 24 million, oh, I know Beyonce tickets be over $1,000. Trust me, my cousins went to that motherfucking concert, and I said I would love Beyonce from a distance. Can we talk about it? You won't get my motherfucking rent money. How you doing? I like that new name, Nikki Frog. Let's talk about it. I like that one. He better get his money back. Yes, that's crazy. 24 million. Wow. Exactly. Hey, baby. You already know Lynn up in the town. But no, on some real shit, my cousins went to her concert because, like, child, I ain't gonna say everything else. But my cousins went to her concerts. And they tickets alone for them to be in front stage, they paid 2,000 and some change, and that wasn't even the front stage, but that was like that was the floor, but it wasn't even the front. So her Jones be high as hell. Let's talk about it. I told you I like that name. You came through with the whoa. Okay, can we talk about it? But Beyonce, you already know. They said okay, let's talk about it. But she wasn't done yet. They said Beyonce is a Connect 4 weapon. Can we talk about it? They start bringing up old clips of Beyonce using the Connect 4. They said at this point, if you're not a Connect 4 god, that just means you haven't been alive long enough. Let's talk about it.
Is that Connect 4? Yeah. I'm really good at it. Wait, no, don't tell me you have it.
Okay, baby. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
I'm fierce at this. You going first or
It doesn't matter. Oh God, I have to win. I have to win.
You're so not winning. I'm so good at this.
You are?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, what's going on there?
It's not meant to be.
Really?
It's not meant meant to be.
No, hold on, it's got to work. There we go. Okay.
Is that Connect 4?
Yeah.
I'm really good at it. Wait, no, don't tell me you have it.
Child, that wasn't it. Hold on.
I can feel it. I'm gonna win.
Are you? Pressure and it's scaring me.
Pressure. Did you ever think that you was going to be doing this today?
No, I didn't.
Is this the best interview you've ever had?
It's so fun. I could do this all day.
Okay. See, I'm all over you, babes.
Okay, I have to hurry.
I can feel it.
Okay.
Oh, you blocked me so badly.
I won. Ow!
Where?
Right there.
Oh, you let me win.
I so didn't. I was seriously. I was.
You did, but thank you.
It's been a pleasure. It's been emotional.
Explain your strategy. Because he's been watching the game. See, that's the bad thing. Now he know what I do. This is whooped him 5 times.
Straight.
And he talks so much noise.
Explain your strategy.
Because he's been watching the game. See, that's the bad thing. Now he know what I do. This is whooped him 5 times.
Straight.
And he talks so much noise.
They said 4 is her lucky number. She was born on she was born on the 4th. She was married on the 4th, and her spouse was also born on a 4. They named their daughter 4. Their ring finger tattoos are 4. This is a true fan, and she always wins at Connect 4. Let's talk about it. This was some shit. I said, check Beyonce out. Carrie baby said, hey, y'all, let's talk about it. Lexus Boo said, hey, let's talk. Because he came in here with the shits. Okay, let me tell you something right now. Bad Bunny sold his tickets on Ticketmaster, Conspiracy, and he's going through that right now. Wow. That's crazy. What's up, China Boo? I ain't see you in a minute. How you doing? Let's talk about it. Alexis Boo said everybody knows how to play Connect 4. Real shit. But she looked like she just loved that shit. They brought up old clips of that shit. He said, hey, China Boo, let's talk about it. Yes. So, Carrie Boo said, and 4 was an amazing album. Let's talk about it, Carrie. Let's get up in it. You already know now it's time to get up into one of the reasons why we're here. Barbs on Young Miami. Let's talk about it. Y'all ready to get up into it? We about to get up into it. Because Young Miami is out here doing her thing, okay? With no issues, no problems. She doing her thing. She's at these movies. She's starting to get her acting thing going on. She ain't got no worries. She's just out here doing her fucking thing. And I ain't fucking mad at her, okay? Let her keep doing her motherfucking thing. Huh? Let's talk about it. She on the Netflix, you people, okay? All right, the premiere. Let's talk about it. And that ain't what it was. You already know. She came out here and said what she had to say. Okay? So you know who is the first one to post this. See, this is the problem that I have with this mob radio girl. It's the obsession for me. Okay? It's like, why are you so obsessed when people say anything about Cardi? Everybody going around with clear interview of Jason Lee, but nobody brought up the fact that she said Tasha K literally went after the people around her, not just her. And this is what these barbs do all the time. They go after anybody that would mention her motherfucking name. So Young Miami wound up getting axed with the baller alert. And she was axed. Let's get into it.
What's going on? You so beautiful. I'm about to give you the smoke, okay? You ready? Period. Oh, okay. I love that. Real bad. My first question for you is this, Miami. Okay, you had some really fire guests on Carisha, please. I'll be tuned in. Who else would you want to give the smoke to? Like, who's your dream like interview that you want on your show?
One person that I would want to get a smoke to is Cardi B. Like I think that we should smoke it up. But my dream interview would be Beyonce. That's a queen. That's the icon.
What would you ask Beyonce if you was in front of her right now?
I know that I asked her, it's already in my head, but I want to scare. I would ask Beyonce how I feel to be Beyonce, how I feel to be the baddest bitch on the earth.
Okay, I want to know that too.
Like how I feel to be Beyonce. Like I really want to know how I feel to be Beyonce for real.
What's going on?
Okay, so yes, Young Miami, and guess what? This ain't even make the fucking streets not 1 second before the Barbs had it, and they came and ran with it. So what their problem is these same girls that come out and they mention Cardi, they also mention that they want to work with Nicki or they like Nicki too. But they don't care for all of that. They only point out the fact that they say they wants to work with Cardi. Okay? And then when these people start ramming on them because they spit in narratives and making people think that, oh, they are against their queen, that they proclaim queen, this is the shit they be doing. Miami is out here living her best motherfucking life. Because it wasn't only that. Somebody else associated with Cardi. And we gotta play Marvin Gaye. Can we talk about it? Y'all know Brooklyn Jimmy is associated with Cardi. But y'all also know Mac May is associated with Nicki. It's not just Cardi. They go after the people around them. This is the problem. They're sick. This is the sick shit that I be talking about. They in the comments said, not the ops around Mac. Child, Nicki has no real friends in the industry because in these Barbs' eyes, they feel like that, oh, if you fuck with somebody that Nicki is against, you are a op. When that's only a one-way street because it's only the Nicki Minaj that does that. You fuck with Cardi, you can fuck with anybody because she ain't pressed. They never ready to talk about it. The favorite fucking fan base. They are her favorite.
You know the Barbs. They always posting me. They always post everything I do. You know what I'm saying? They claim they hate me, but they really love me because they be on my page before my fans. They be everything that I do, they be on it before my fans. So clearly, that seems like love to me. Seems like you love me. So it's like, okay, I can't retract that. Might as well put it out. I hope y'all enjoy.
Okay, can we talk about it?
It's because she's real. Cardi is real. Cardi is real.
It's fucking sickening. It's sickening. But when she come out and she respond to these people, is why do she, and I feel like that too, but why does she give them the clout? But it's like when you get antagonized and your image is your brand, but they not just going after you and your brand, they going after the people around you and they brand. Oh, we're going to get into that too. I feel a way about Armon, but he spoke some facts. I ain't going to hold you. He spoke some facts, but we're going to get into that. We is going to get into it. The next message. They said Nicki is prayed for the protected. Mac better be as loyal as a fucking shirt button. But you never know with these industry people. He better count his days. I want Nicki to release the album this year, and he better not be leaking stuff. Don't nobody get they shit leaked but everybody else but Nicki. So who's leaking anything? Nobody but the Barbs and Nicki. But we got to throw it on the other show, huh? Next comment. They said, I think Nicki is well aware and plays the game accordingly. That's why she kept her circuit neutrally tight, notoriously tight, and stays out of the industry fake shit. When did she start doing that? When she got a non-industry boyfriend, husband? Where's the receipts for that? We only seen a mug in a motherfucking hat. So everybody up in arms that they are married. But if it was Cardi, they want to see the proof. This shit is federal. They said Nicki not dumb, y'all. Tracks. She knows before anything. That's why she plays chess the way she do. Wait, they got Mello, a ghostwriter? He should not sign no girls because Nicki top tier. These motherfucking Barbs are sickening. They are fucking sickening. They on Young Miami top. When Young Miami minding her motherfucking
what she doing over here. I don't care what she doing in Canada. I don't care what the bitch doing in Europe. It's not gonna give the vibe that Carisha's giving them 305.
This bitch got Trina, the baddest bitch from the MIA. Let's talk about it.
Very clear. Okay, so don't ever get that twisted. Don't get that twisted.
So we gonna get into the smoke.
Oh Lord, smoke time.
So that's into Trick.
Trick, just be quiet, Trick. Just be quiet, Trick.
Is it true that you dated Missy Elliott? James Harden or Kenyon Martin? Lil Wayne or French Montana?
You better not. You better not. You better not.
Every time I was like, I wanted that voice. I was going for a Trina.
You want me to have sex with you for a beat? What if the beat don't even do good?
Peer coach.
Peer coach who's Keith QC? Wait, Carisha. Oh my God.
Head or sex?
I don't care if it take you 2 hours. You're gonna suck it until I come. I'm serious.
I know that's right.
Shout outs to motherfucking Carisha, please. They said, y'all know Miami. Girls run this shit, right? At Trina Rockstar, I was definitely ready for the smoke. Tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Revoke YouTube channel or on Revoke app. Let's talk about it. Shout outs to Young Miami. Shout outs to motherfucking Trina. Okay, because they ain't fucking ready to talk about it. The baddest bitch from the MIA. Can we talk about it? But guess what? I'm so glad that Young Miami motherfucking thing, as I told you, I always like the hug. I always liked the hug. Can we talk about it? I always liked the hug. She was the one. She do side times. You know, the only thing that I was a little gutter at was at the point at which she was doing this shit like that. So, you know, with the Diddy thing. But then I understood her afterwards. I was like, okay, she's okay. Then I don't, but then I did understand her. Okay, can we talk about it? She out and videos with Nina Long. Okay, Young Miami is in the red carpet. Is on the red carpet at the premiere for you people. She is making her rounds for the talk show. She ain't just sticking to music. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're not just supposed to stick to one thing. Because guess what? It's not going to last for long. Look at Big Barty. They can't fuck with her Harley. Okay? She literally went and dipped and dabbed into everything. Okay? Can we talk about it? That's why she love tomorrow. They ain't fucking ready to talk about it. Tell them, Susie, hit that motherfucking like button. To Young Miami, they ain't fucking ready to talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. So have y'all seen the show? Have y'all seen the show? The visual just came out. Jason Lee put up a message and said, thank you to everyone who has showed up to support me in the rollout of the Jason Lee show. I told Cardi she was $1 billion Bardi. In the interview that hasn't even hit YouTube yet has received almost 2 billion impressions. Make sure you stay tuned with me on this journey. And know me and Revoke are just getting started. Let's talk about it. Shout out to T the Goddess. She said, I listened to it on Spotify and I watched it on the Field app today. We're watching it on YouTube tomorrow. Let's talk about it. We missed Cardi and the interview was awesome. Congratulations on your show. Shout outs to that. Okay, so now we're going to get into it. Shout outs to Jason Lee for giving us some Cardi. Okay, because she definitely went on the interview. I don't care how it was. I think it was fine. The only thing I do feel like is with we're going to get into it because there was a lot of things that Armon said that I can agree with. Okay, but we're going to get into that. We right now on to Jason Lee. And y'all know we here to root for both of them. We don't care to try to pit neither one of them down. You understand what I'm saying? We here to root for both of them. So it ain't no sides over here, okay? Because we call out both sides. All right, let's talk about it. But when it comes to this, Jason Lee had a message for the people. And we're going to get into the message that Armon had for the people. Let's get into this. But we're going to get into how I feel and how I think about it. And put the StreamYard link in the chat. And then y'all can tell me how y'all feel. And I can dig it. Just because I agree with what he's saying, that doesn't mean that I can agree with the energy that it came with it. And I believe that we're going to get into it. Hold on. Y'all about to have me talk about something that we ain't even on right now. Hold on, y'all. Let's talk about it. My head getting a little spinny. Can we talk about it? Now let's get into what Jason Lee had to say to the people for showing him some love.
What up, everybody? Listen, it's me, your boy Jason. I just wanted to tune in really quick to come here and say thank you to everybody who showed up for me and showed up to support my new talk show, the Jason Lee Show over on Revolt. I know I've been seeing everything online, and I want to do a special shout out to my girl Cardi B because she didn't have to do this. A lot of people were saying, well, why does she do this? She doesn't have an album out. She's not promoting anything. She was very intentional in showing up for me for the new show on the first episode because she understood how big it was. And she did that for me as a friend. And so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, for my whole team, Cardi, we thank you for that. You know, we're really trying to change the game and the landscape of how new media operates. When I started Hollywood Unlocked, if you've been following my story, I felt I had to force my way in. And I did a lot of shit. And I talked a lot of shit. And I will still continue to talk a lot of shit. But the one thing that Queen Latifah said to me years ago was, whenever you do what you do, make sure you get your audience and then take them on a journey with you. Take them on a journey with you. When I think about my journey, the journey for me is how do we define evolution? And that's showing that we can grow, right? I don't want to stay in low vibrational energy. And I did a lot of that and spent my time in a lot of that because I had to get the industry's attention. But now I believe I've done that. And because I've done that, I'm now looking at ways of evolving. Although I cracked a joke and said, Kevin Hart told me I need to sip more cappuccino and less tea, it's real. And in my studio, if you ever get a chance to come there, in the room where I'm doing the interviews, where I interview Cardi, there's a sign that says sipping cappuccino. And then there's another room down the hall for my podcast, the Jason Lee podcast, which is coming soon. And it says spilling the tea. I'm still going to have big opinions on everything happening that's involving culture, politics, entertainment. I'm still going to use my voice, my platform to continue to penetrate through all the fake out there because nowadays real is rare. And I'm not going to be afraid to do that. I'm not going to be apologetic about my opinions on anything. But I'm also going to create a space where celebrities feel safe to come and have conversations they're not having anywhere. On the show, I called Cardi billion dollar Bardi. And then this morning, my press team sent me a recap that we have over 1 billion impressions all across the online, and the show hasn't even hit the internet all the way yet. I want to also break down the way that the show is going to roll out moving forward so people are aware on how they can see the show. On Mondays, you'll be able to hear the audio on the Jason Lee podcast. So you'll hear it, you'll hear the conversations, and I see a lot of you press folks picking it up, and I really appreciate you covering it. Then on Tuesdays, you're going to get the condensed version, 44-minute cut down version of some of the biggest moments during that interview on Revolt TV. It's a cable show. This is not a YouTube channel show. This is not an internet-based show. This is a TV talk show on a network, Revolt. So you got to go to find Revolt TV wherever your cable hosts it. And then you can watch the 44-minute cut down at that time. And then the next day on Revolt's YouTube channel, you can watch the full extended version of my interviews with some of the best and biggest, brightest people. So the YouTube is dropping, if it hasn't dropped already, on Revolt today. And you're going to be able to watch the full extended version, the games, all the stuff that you didn't see on the TV show last night on the network. But yeah, I just wanted to come and say thank you to everybody who is congratulating me, people who are sending me flowers and gifts. And those of you who haven't sent them, you can still send them to me. I'll put the address below. But yeah, man, just continue to support the Jason Lee experience, continue to support Hollywood Unlocked. And more importantly, those of you who are out there looking at new media platforms, YouTubers, vloggers, people who are culture critics like myself, or people who are just out here trying to make a buck out of speaking about celebrity life or all things that drive culture, just know that you too can build your platform. You can build your stage just one brick at a time. And just like I said, I'm building mine one nail at a time, my table one nail at a time, you too as well. And I'm here to support all of you. I've had an amazing experience doing a press run here in New York City. And I look forward to going back to LA tonight so I can hit the ground running again and do more interviews. We are at work. We're just getting started. It's January, baby, 2023. It's all about good energy, good vibes, good money, good partnerships, and also good content. And to those of you who do not want to watch me grow and who do not want to see me outside of the tea and the mess, I'm sorry, but you can watch what you want to watch. But I'm now building what feels right for me and what feels right for this moment where the culture is. And I welcome you to come on this journey, but understand that if I don't serve your needs, I'm not sorry about that. Thank you again for everybody that tuned in to watch the show last night, but make sure you go get that YouTube channel at Revolt and watch it. Bye.
So now y'all hear what he had to say, and that was his take on before it even hit the YouTube part. Okay, so that's what he was saying, you know, giving his thank you to everyone who has showed up and supported him in his rollout, the Jason Lee show. He said he told Cardi B she was $1 billion baby, all that shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all already know my feeling with Jason Lee. I look at him sideways just like I would look at Armon sideways. So I give them the same pressure. You understand what I'm saying? And what I am going to say is I hear what the people saying. What I feel like that I understand that yes, the interview was a lot about what he know and where in that or him being involved with her. You understand? I see that. I understand that. I believe that. But in my knowledge of me listening to him say this part right here, yes, I can look at him as a narcissist. I can look at him as all types of things up and above. But what I'm thinking of, what he just gave me in this receipt that he just said on his live was basically, it was not about being messy. It was a little something of turning around from being messy. You understand what I'm saying? And I understood that. When it comes to Cardi in this interview right here, I really do feel like this is just the beginning. We all knew that she ain't have shit coming out when she was going on to his interview. We already said, oh, we waiting. Yes, we are waiting. We've been waiting. But let's get into what Armon had to say. Because there's a lot that I can agree with what Armon said. There's a lot that I can agree with what Armon said. And then there's a lot that I can feel like that he was using his anger towards Jason Lee and the way he was speaking on his feeling about the situation. Hold on, I'm going to get to your comments in a minute. I'm going to get to all that at the same time. I want to get out what I want to get out first. We can get to that part. Give me a second. So, I'm not going to hold you. Yes, he was spot the fuck on, okay? Yes, he was. But I felt like the energy just didn't match up due to the fact that I felt like he had more energy because of his feeling for Jason Lee. And it's not what he said, it was how the motion was of when he was saying it. And it's like, don't go so hard on somebody that you ain't really even mad at because you mad at the interviewer. And that's what I got out of it. But I got out of a lot of things that he said, yes, that could have been asked. But if Jason Lee just said on his witchcomb that literally, he just literally said that he was trying to turn it around. Kevin Hart told him he need to not drink tea and drink Frappuccino, whatever the fuck that was. To me, that sounded like that the interview was not supposed to be spicy. Because that's what the people want. The people want spicy. Okay, they want spicy. There's a lot of parts that I can get into with the interview. And with a lot of things that Armon said. Armon was on spot. Was spot on. Yes, he was. Cardi B didn't gain anything from this interview. Like I said, she ain't had shit coming out. You understand? She ain't have nothing come out. We didn't get anything about the music. That's what, yeah, he was on spot. He definitely was. This interview was for Jason Lee to talk about his connections. That's where it gave me too. But that's not going to give me off the motion of the way he iterated of what he was saying. It just made me feel like your anger for Jason Lee, it seemed like it was ticking off to Cardi. And it shouldn't be like that. You do your commentary and you can commentary, but you don't have to have, and that's why I say people be in their feelings too fucking much. So when they in their feelings, they don't do the commentary the way that they, would do it because they in their feelings. Not going to say that he's jealous of Jason Lee, not saying anything like that. No, I am not. Because I want them both to elevate. I don't want them to go at each other. I want them to elevate because I watched them start off before I even started this. You understand? But what my thing is, it's the point of your anger for Jason Lee triggered the way you was emotion about the things that you were saying when you were saying it about Cardi. Yes, I can understand what he was saying. I can. Let's get into what he had to say first. Let me let y'all hear it. Shout outs to Armon.
We need another interview because, first of all, let's get to Cardi B. Cardi B, she was willing to talk. I loved and I enjoyed Cardi B in that interview. I enjoyed her because I could tell that she was ready to talk. He could have asked her anything and she was going to answer it. You can feel it. She was going to answer it. And I hate when I can tell that.
And the main thing I'm saying is like, okay, yes, I understand where he's coming from. But it's the point of, we were sitting here saying the same thing when he interviewed my radio. It was a lot of things he could have fucking asked her. But I'm quite sure as a person that does this, that it's not a lot of time to get all these questions out. That's why I felt like he was getting more into his emotions than him looking at what the commentary was. Yes, we could point out all the things that Jason Lee could have said. But she haven't even did the album rollout yet either. So what the fuck she gonna say in them interviews if we gotta hear it all only on Jason Lee interview? Make it make sense. Damn if they do, damn if they don't.
The guest is ready to talk, and it just doesn't go there. Cardi B, I liked how she was taking accountability for things. I like how she was, while she's hot, she wasn't trying to act like she was one of the hottest things on the block. She know it's time to get busy. She know it's new girls out here. Jason Lee was just gassing her, like she was just like this was her Bodak Yellow era. This is not her Bodak Yellow era. Cardi B is coasting because she's made so much room. But Cardi B is not just on the up like that. She's coasting. She's stable, but she ain't had no hot summer in a minute. But Jason just was gassing it. But Cardi knows that. But he kept gassing like she was like in her Glorilla era, her Bodak Yellow era right now. She's not in her breakout artist era right now. To be honest with you, I don't know if there was really a need for a Cardi B interview right now because Cardi B doesn't have anything going on. That was my other part. And so I'm saying this to say,
because they supposed to. Nicki Minaj only coming out and doing interviews and only coming out and giving them some of her during the times that she only need them to help promote something. Hello, Cardi B ain't doing an interview in how long? I was loving to see her just because she was at this interview. Just because we was able to see her interact. Like, this is the weird, it gets weird because it's like, I don't know.
Call me a hater, say what you want.
And I'm not calling him a hater. I won't call him a hater for it. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like some people get more in their feelings and their emotions instead of just doing their commentary and not putting their emotions with it. His energy was more of, and this ain't the part of his energy that I was talking about. It was more of the beginning. This is more of the ending of his commentary with this. I watched it. This was more of the ending. Watch it from when he first started talking about it until when he got done talking about it. And then tell me if it wasn't the emotions that was taking over him getting into it.
But Cardi B, we need another interview. And I'm going to tell you why we need another interview. Not because
she about to do an album rollout. We're going to get another interview. This is not the only interview. This is the part that I'm confused at. We got to throw everything in one interview. And because you getting your stuff set up, you want her to come over there, and I understand that. And this is why I feel like that he's feeling like this. This ain't even a part or him doing his commentary about it. It was the tweets that was right after the video came out. Make it make sense. It was the tweets after the interview came out when he was basically responding to the trolls. No, you more in your pants in the bunch because of your reaction and your feeling for Jason Lee. We got to give everything in this one interview. We got to know everything in this one interview. And not for him to say that say everything that he's saying in this one interview. But it's the point. I hear what he's saying. It's the feeling of what he's saying. I mean, how he's saying it. You saying it because you're more in your feelings because of the way you feel about Jason Lee. That's the fucking issue. It was the tweets after it for me. Ever since him and Jason Lee fell out, when he was in Paris, oh, they don't listen to Cardi B over here. That's all they listen to is Nicki Minaj. I told them to play Cardi. They never even played it. Make it make sense. I wasn't hype about the interview before it came out because in my eyes, I'm quite sure she told Jason Lee that she was going to give him the interview. And she just knew that it was going to help him because it was his first show on Revolt and she's a known artist. I'm quite sure. Because if she was paying him like the Barbs think that she do, if she was paying him, I'm quite sure she wouldn't have cared to do this interview. Make it make sense. It's the part for me. Like, it's not just this. This just right here took the cake for me. From after the interview came out on audio, not even visual, and the trolls had him with his panties in the bunch. Oh, I need Nikki to give me the big. It's not the point that you like Nikki. I'm fine with that. I'm not that type of person. I don't give a fuck, because if she pull out the music and I would like it, I would like it. It is what it is. It's not a hatred. And that's the problem that these fucking bloggers have. They use hatred and then they take that and they run with it. Armon was more in his emotions for Jason Lee when he broke this shit down. His tweets alone made you know that the Barbs was going to be over there because they knew it was time for him to switch. Make it make sense.
The Jason Lee interview was trash, but because as a fan of your music, as a fan of the culture, as a fan of hip hop, you're not getting off that easy, baby. You're not getting off that easy.
Don't we still got an album rollout to do? Don't we still got an album rollout to do? He made it like this was going to be her last interview, and she ain't able to do no more. Oh, we got to do this first interview over. Bitch, I got about probably 4 or 5 more in the tuck because I'm about to have an album rollout. So why am I giving all my juice to this one interview? Make it make sense. He's not a fan. And that's not my problem that he's not one. My problem is, don't go off your emotions that you got with somebody else because you mad at somebody else and you taking it out on a person on your commentary on. This is what these barbs do all the time. Can we make it make sense? When they do their commentary on all these artists that they feel like that's not like they proclaim queen, they commentary is deadly. They coming for the people after them. Y'all don't got that part of the interview running around here when she let y'all know how Tasha K came for everybody to fuck around her. And it sound like this is exactly what the Barbs do too. Make it make sense. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Now, I'm going to let him say what he got to say the whole way, because I don't want to give y'all bits and cues, but I'm quite sure y'all seen it. So I'm going to play it back, and I'm going to just let him talk. But this is not, he did not only have 2 minutes, Harry, of this situation. This is only 2 minutes. So go back, and I need y'all to watch the whole time he talked about this goddamn Cardi and Jason Lee shit. It's the energy for me, baby. Energy is a deadly fucking soul. You hear me?
We need another interview because, first of all, let's get to Cardi B. Cardi B, she was willing to talk. I loved and I enjoyed Cardi B in that interview. I enjoyed her because I could tell that she was ready to talk. He could have asked her anything and she was going to answer it. You can feel it. She was going to answer it. And I hate when I can tell the guest is ready to talk and it just doesn't go there. Cardi B, I liked how she was taking accountability for things. I like how she was, while she's hot, she wasn't trying to act like she was one of the hottest things on the block. She know it's time to get busy. She know it's new girls out here. Jason Lee was just gassing her, like she was just like this was her Bodak Yellow era. This is not her Bodak Yellow era. Cardi B is coasting because she's made so much room, but Cardi B is not just on the up like that. She's coasting. She's stable, but she ain't had no hot summer in a minute. But Jason just was gassing, but Cardi knows that. But he kept gassing like she was like in her Glorilla era, her Bodak Yellow era right now. She's not in her breakout artist era right now. To be honest with you, I don't know if there was really a need for a Cardi B interview right now because Cardi B doesn't have anything going on. That was my other part. And so I'm saying this to say, call me a hater, say what you want, but Cardi B, we need another interview. And I'm going to tell you why we need another interview. Not because the Jason Lee interview was trash, but because as a fan of your music, as a fan of the culture, as a fan of hip hop, you're not getting off that easy, baby. You're not getting off that easy. Absolutely not. Cardi B does not do enough interviews, number one. And then number two, this is not the interview that's gonna fulfill my appetite. Because there was not enough music talk. First of all, there was so much more conversation that.
Hey, Andrea, boo, and Lacole, baby. Let's talk about it. Where Carrie at?
What?
She was in them goddamn comments too. I heard y'all. I'm not looking at them comments right now. What's up, y'all?
I didn't know that he did this live. I think because I just didn't know that he did this live. I know he was gonna talk about it, but
Yeah.
it's true. It's true what you say. That he's more. I was shocked when he popped up in the comments on the interview. I was shocked, and then Willie show, he was so funny because he was just saying, "I love me some Cardi B and some Jason Lee," and then
Yes, because you know Wiley be trolling Armand though. We already know Wiley.
And then
Anything
then
that
here
Armand do,
comes the Barb's channels. I'm not even gonna give them no clout. And
You
like
are-
the Barb's was on no payola and sympathy. And then somebody said in the comment, so they said, so we're not gonna care. What one of the Barb say? What about Tasha K? You gotta worry about her that she has a child, and that they kind of saying that they take out her. He said that's 4 million, and I comment, well, she shouldn't have cared when she came for Cardi B's kids and her father. So now you guys care about Tasha K kids? Come on.
That's why it's like they got all the wrong things running around here. Like why
Right.
y'all don't got any part of the reason why y'all so proclaim she went after a black blogger? Why y'all don't have the reason why she felt like she had to go for this girl fucking pockets? Because this girl was being obsessed with her. This girl was stalking her. This girl was coming after everybody around her. This girl was coming after her health. This girl was coming after her image. This girl was coming after everything. But they don't know about that.
Exactly. And I think hello, can I? What happened? Oh, you cut it off.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think the comments, you might not agree with me with Megan, but I just like, because I have some haughty friends that they call me like before I had to lower the volume. They called me and they told me, she said I know the hotties haven't talked about it, but some of us we're not happy with Cardi B. But I told them, look, I love you, but I'm not obsessed with the celebrity. Like I said, because I'm a fan of Cardi, but you guys have I separate my real life and being a fan. And I said how it is. Cardi B, I said, I'm gonna just say this because I'm a fan of the music of Megan, and I'm a hottie too, but I disagree with some stuff about her. But I said,
and that's why it's fine, because you already know, just like I said, I don't want everybody to agree with what I agree with, because like I said, my mind think its own, just like everybody else mind think they own. I'm just always on the I think common and knowledge, and I'm looking at both ways, or I'm just looking at it like it might have was a life experience, or somebody around me might have experienced it, So that's where I look at when I look at a lot of different ways when it comes to situation on this social media. Shit be nothing but social media, but guess what?
Right.
We all experience something of this shit to know how it's playing out.
Yeah, and I think what I told some of the hottest that are my friends, I said, Cardi B, I said, no disrespect, but before your favorite female rapper came into the game, and she has the same ears, I think the same 5 years, or maybe kind of less than Cardi. I said, Cardi says since day one, everybody's trying to copy her and hang on her for collabs. I said, Meg has said in the interview, I will do another collab, and I said, I'm gonna separate that issue. Cardi B says since day one, I ain't friends with nobody in the industry. If that triggered the fan bases or other female rappers, that's good. That's why the newer ones are saying. One of them said that's why I got the co-sign of Nicki. Then why you dick riding on Cardi to get a certain collab? If like
Right.
Ice Spice, I'm not gonna tell that girl is just
And
like
that's why I believe. That's why I believe Armand, and that's why I do agree what Armand was saying, because,
right,
like I
right,
said, it was a lot about the things that he experienced with Cardi to make him be involved in what Cardi was talking about. But that does not feel like I can agree with the way that you expressed it yourself,
right,
because I feel
right.
like that you are angry for somebody else, and you're just mainly putting the anger on how you feel that other questions should have been asked. The same thing he's saying is the same thing we were saying when he interviewed my radio. It was a lot of
Correct.
fucking questions to be asked.
Mm-hmm. And the
But
thing,
he
if he
knew
were
he
to do,
couldn't do it all in one video. Go
if
ahead, go
he
ahead.
were to, if he were to do an interview with I think Cardi, that's why she has kids, and
Mhm.
she's dealing with whatsoever. I feel like the reason that Cardi has a personality, and they're trying to push this female rappers. You guys don't got it like that. Simple as that. And I think it will be good. I was waiting for a collab, interview from Armand, but I feel like Cardi B already. Besides her being right now that she just turned 30, I feel like Cardi B has matured and she has left a lot of stuff behind. It would have been a good interview with Armand, but I kind of feel like
I
I don't
felt
think
like
she's
she
gonna
owed
wanna.
it Jason Lee that interview, and that's why she just gave him the
Right,
interview. It was like in the timing of, okay, he about to start a show, so all right, I can jump on your interview real fast while I'm trying to prepare myself for
right,
me
right,
of anxiety for being around people, because I really don't like being around people. Like she said from the gate, if you know your fave, you know what
right,
she like, what she don't. If y'all so proclaim, like that's the part. It's like we already know she get a little shy when she around certain people or certain things. So that could have been getting her ready for her to start doing her interview,
right.
to
That's
have
just right
her
now.
album
It's just
go
the beginning,
right.
and
And it was like he wants you, and I understand he probably wasn't saying say all of that, but I understood what he was saying. It just was his energy with it.
right, and um, and it's just my personal opinion. Like I think, like I told someone going back to the hotties, and yeah, she could have gave Cardi could have gave compliments to Megan. I just feel personally um I just feel the vibe with her speaking a pound, because when she was speaking about Madonna, I loved it. Rihanna. But when she speaks about Megan, we're just gonna be honest and tell the truth. I just see, if you've seen in my vibe, I just feel like the vibe wasn't there. Like the vibe was shifted, and like when she said about WAP, I feel like maybe Cardi's being careful, but like I was like,
I
okay,
feel like the people wanted him to bring up the Meg situation because they
right,
wanted to have a outrage on the social media, or
right,
they wanted, and this is the messy shit that I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like being a media personnel, or like I said, I don't go to school for this shit. I don't know nothing about this shit. I'm just looking at common fucking sense. These people have an image just like us as people have a fucking image, period. And for you to just sit there and lie and spread nothing but lies and not real shit because of who you feel is your fave, or because of the way you feel about the person, that is fucking sick.
right.
And this is why it's so sad that we need our black media make us look like fucking clowns.
And I'm happy that she called out the shade room. And I know she wasn't gonna. I thought that when I saw the unlock, something like
Hollywood.
that. I thought it was the neighborhood lock, something like that. But I know they're not gonna pop up. I'm happy that she called out the shade room, and then now the shade room's gonna say something. But I think the other blogger that I think was neighborhood something. I think she was talking about. I'm happy that she called them out, but I think
Because I
going
do
back to
remember
the
that part when she did bring up the part about how they used to post her all the time, and she not because but just like I think Kyle said it one time, sometimes these artists don't even know that they label is paying them to post them.
mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like unattainable, but it was like everybody looking over all the other shit she said. They
I
just
think
wanted her to get messy so they can have something to yell and scream about.
I think something that did bug me a lot. I think like because we love Cardi, and like I was telling them on the phone, because I have a friendship with some of them. I told them Cardi B says in the big, and I said I understand how you feel, but how I study business and like I have a small business that I'm growing. I told them nobody's friends with you when you're doing business. Nobody in the industry too. No, but Cardi's friends with nobody. It doesn't matter who. Is she kissing ass to with whoever? She's not friends with nobody. And
I
then
feel
I
like
don't know.
a lot of people that she associate with be her associates. Because you know,
Right,
as you
right.
growing up, did your parents always tell you, "Oh, that ain't your fucking friends. That's your associate." You understand what I'm saying? That's like a
Mhm.
whole saying right there. Like, you know, like you just because you cool with a person, that don't make that person your friend. That would make that
Right,
person could be your associate. Because
right,
nowadays you can just be like, oh, da 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 da, because you don't know people. You feel what I'm saying? Like nowadays you don't know. So just because you hang with
right.
somebody, that don't automatically believe that, oh, this is your friend. No, that could be your associate.
It's just like associates or business partners. So like
Right.
I try to tell them you guys gotta understand that. And Cardi B, I said, what the reason that we respect her the most, but like we're different than other fan bases that we know how to separate our private life than and being a fan of Cardi B. She said it from the beginning, and that's what we respect from the beginning. But Armand, how you said it, he took that personal, and it wasn't against it wasn't against Cardi. Like, it's very personal, and I understand that. But like I feel like this interview was about Jason Lee, and I feel like he was gassing it. But the other thing that I didn't like, that kind of bugged me out, and I told them too on the phone, and they did agree that I didn't like how, like, he brought up, oh, why didn't you? I didn't, because the Twitter's been talking about this. Oh, why didn't she submit it? WAP, is she trying to blackball Megan? She's not trying to make her win another Grammy because she wants
That's why
another
they
one.
wanted.
Like,
Listen to
damn
look,
shit.
look at here though. No, that's why they wanted her to mention that. That's why they
Yeah,
wanted her to mention Megan. That's why, because they want to see what side is she on. This is all a fucking game with this internet, and this the sick
right.
part of me. All a fucking game because they want to know her reaction to the verdict of what just happened with Megan. Oh, they want to see is she going to be one of those celebrities that come out and speak up when she already spoke the fuck out on how she feel.
And she had to
That was
move on with
way
her life
before
because she has
verdict.
her own life.
And
Uh
she
huh.
has her own life. They both in the same business.
Yeah, and I
But
think what I uh huh. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, baby.
The last thing that I could say that I didn't like that is like if I was in that situation, but I think like she has a long friendship. If she didn't have a long friendship, I think like because like if I was like in her shoes, if Cardi B didn't really care, she would have told Jason Lee straight up. Um, you know something? I'm sorry, excuse me, but because I was waiting, I was kind of being messy. I wanted him to ask some questions, but I know that Cardi B wouldn't answer that. But I kind of felt like if I was Cardi B, I would have cut him off and tell him what don't ask me to be in a group chat, and that's not personal to Rihanna or Megan. But when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna try to put you in a group chat with Megan and Rihanna," why do that? To have so you guys can make music together. It's like she decides if she wants to do a collab again. I hated that. Like, you kind of like forcing the situation. And if she moved on and she doesn't want to do a collab with Meg again, or when she wants to do it, but that was just like, that cut me off right there. I didn't really like that whole part. And she kept on smiling. And like, "Oh, so you can do a song?" And she said, "Oh, when Rihanna's ready." But I'm like you kind of force. It's kind of like forcing Cardi to do a collab again with, you know what I mean? She has other plans too. She has businesses and all that. It's just that threw me off. I was like, I didn't like that.
He switched up on Nicki. He giving me Queen vibes. Can we talk about his name? I cannot deal with it. Nicole, baby, what's going on? Shout outs to Andrea. Let's talk about it because she was getting into the. Let's talk
What's
about it.
going on, baby? What's going on now? Just let Angie get it all. Just
Yes, I be loving her. She come right in and give up the scoop, and then a pop out on your ass. She'll be like, "Hold the fuck up, where she go?" Oh God, she'll give you the scoop real fucking fast. Shout
Yes,
out
and
to
that's what
y'all.
we love, though. We love that because we all got to be able to voice what we feel when it comes to these fucking other bloggers and other commentators that bring out their opinion on things, which is cool. But I do have my own intake on this thing that we're talking about right now.
Okay.
Where should I start? But let me break it down from this. I do agree. Let me say that with what you were saying and what my baby was just saying a few minutes ago as well, because at the end of the day, we not blind, right? We can see. We can see
Right.
from the body motions.
We can
To me,
see, we can
because by
hear.
me knowing how I know when it comes to Armon, yes, he have his motherfucking ways. We all do. But when he
Mhm.
was given the commentary, his body movement was just more like in a irk way. Irk stage, frustrated, irritated, kind of confused on it didn't go the way it possibly would have wanted in his eyes or whatever. So the way the commentary was going, like, you frustrated, you angry, it's a possibility that you can be, in your feelings.
Because
But
it
like you
wasn't
say,
just a
he
commentary.
knows that,
Right.
Armand knows that.
Because it wasn't just a commentary. Like I said, I was agreeing with what he was saying. That wasn't my
Yes,
issue. My
that's what I
issue
was finna get
was
to.
the tweets that you did, and then you jumped on and you went right on your live, talked about it, but your energy just was more in the emotions than it should have been about you doing your commentary and what you felt like that they could have asked questions about. You should have said it.
Exactly. That was one
Go
of the
ahead.
reasons why I was just finna get to. It was like, I agree. I can honestly say with certain things myself, I'm not going to be biased and act like I didn't agree. Okay, I get your point on this. I get your point on that. But I also get, the difference between the fact that when you already have a history with somebody, which is both of them in different ways. Here, Monis have different feelings for both parties that was into this thing that we're talking about now. I just don't like the fact that you can speak your mind and I can agree all day with certain things you say, but it also gave a kind of a eye of looking like, is it something that you really want to say, but you don't want to say it? But then it's like, it puts you in a state of mind that you don't want to feel like you're being biased, but you also trying to keep it real too. Facts is facts, but I just don't like the in-between, moments with what shoulda, coulda.
Right.
To,
Right.
to come about it. Then it's like, okay, well, damn if you do, damn if you don't, just like he just said earlier, if you're gonna give it out, give it for what it's given. Whether Cardi do another interview or not, she can say whatever the fuck she want out her mouth
Mm-hmm.
if
And
she
I
choose to. But you
right.
cannot force somebody to tell you what to say, how to say it, and what needs to be addressed. We all know that we want certain answers that need to be answered, but I think the interview was pretty good. I think that she did a great job on her part, regardless of who gave her the interview.
I
But
felt
it's the
like
friendship.
he was giving, you can do things, but I can do it better. I can do anything better.
Yeah. Yep.
You understand
Yep.
what I'm saying? And it was like
Yep.
your emotions shouldn't even been there. It should have been more on how you felt about that interview, and I would have took the way you felt much more serious than me feeling like the shade came off of the way you felt about the interviewer.
You can feel it. You can feel it as you watching it. That's what made me go back. Say, let me go back and watch this again. And I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, I get you, Armon. Like, that's for real, like facts. Like, that's facts. But then when it got to the part where he was going all over the place, when it got to Jason Lee and how he felt it should have been more of this, that, and the third, it felt like, how you gonna, come like that? Like when he mentioned that thing about Jamie Foxx not getting into Cardi party, right? Now, peep this. You got your ass in that, though, didn't you? So at the end of the day, you really don't know what happened on the other side. You just going by what you heard. How would you know when you on the inside?
The shade was, listen, the shade was, oh, well, why you ain't talk about Chip Party? What about Chip Party where they said that your party was trash? Huh? Like
he threw that out there to make it look like, oh, it's no shade, but that was shade. Because why would that be a point? How was it trash if you was there yourself? Was it trash?
One person came out and said it was trash. The same person that's in his comments on Instagram where he posted that he was going live about it.
But he really said and spoke on that too, and also said that, oh, how would he know? I mean, I was in there. It wasn't like that. If it was giving all that trash shit, he didn't come out and say that. So it's like now it's being said now because you trying to not say you throwing shade at Cardi, but you really was putting that out there to try to give other listeners, let's just say that, more bullshit to bait on. You know what I'm saying?
Because like I said, the tweets is where he knew that the was going to be on his live and they was coming for
exactly
because they knew
Evan Hollywood was on there too. I mean, I seen him on there.
I seen him in the comments. Yeah, I seen him in the comments.
So you know you're going to give people what they want to hear, but you also going to have people that's going to judge they had their own opinion, which is fine. But I'm telling you, the whole energy to me was like, man, it was wishy-washy. I just didn't. I was like, God damn, Armon, you really upset. You really upset. But that's why he said what he said. He's like, I don't care if y'all call me biased or that or whatever. Because he knew that it was going to be something that's going to feel away because he was a little, you know what I'm saying? It's like Armon, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even like I said, if she did another interview at the end of the day, whether she do it or not, or bring out her rollout, when she do, we gonna all see what she already laid out for us to see when it comes. When it drop, it's gonna drop and we gonna get what we need. But I just feel like because by them being friends is what irritated him. More the fact that because y'all friends and you're talking about you gave him this thing for his birthday and all them different things kind of got under. I believe it kind of got like, for real, like, are you serious? But he don't have to say it. But I feel that was also like a thought because he threw that out there really strongly, and his body movements was a hot mess. You can see it. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, Cardi gonna do her. Jason Lee gonna do him. I want Armon to elevate and just give out what you need to say. You know, because he give out good ass commentary too. I'm not gonna bullshit, but sometimes he can be a little over the top. But he just needs to not let that get to him because it's starting to look. It's starting to look now. People are starting to see clearly what's going on.
Well, send y'all questions into the X Armon Wiggins shit. Okay. Andrea, baby, send y'all questions into the X Armon.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a very crazy. You know what I didn't like too? I think he was bringing up stuff that I think like, and I be like that because I do facial expressions. That's what sometimes people like that about me. But that's what I like about Cardi B. He said, remember, it was all about, I love Jason Lee, but it was all about her. But I think like I understand how Armon Wiggins feels. But just wait, because this is just the beginning of the rollout. Then he might give him a interview too, and it could be spicy. But I feel like we have to understand Cardi mature. She has her own family, and the way she was talking about Offset, it looks like he doesn't really like drama like that. So he kind of gives. I think she changed when she got with him too. So like, just wait, Armon. Like the interviews are coming. She's just starting. I think
yes. Yes, absolutely. This is what we saying. It's like he was pushing, and it's like, breathe, Armon. I mean, like you just said, she don't give out interviews, right? This is why. See what I'm talking about? This is why, because people get all overly dramatic and out their body over this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like she say a few words and everybody just spaz. Oh, she didn't say this. Why she say that? Why she ain't do this? Why she didn't choose that WAP song for the Grammy? Now I could probably say, damn, why she didn't do it. Yes.
I don't agree. I don't agree with her with that.
Yes, like, I felt like
I
fuck
said
what
that
people
I don't agree
I
with
put it
what
out
she
there.
said. That's why I said I can understand what he's saying. It's just the motion in the ocean for me,
Yes,
baby.
girl.
He was just
That's why I
deep
was like,
in
but
it.
your
It
body
was
saying one
spicy.
thing and your mouth saying another.
I was sitting here screaming at my motherfucking TV like, no, the fuck he didn't. What? Why you gotta have that energy? I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I think another thing was when I think like he was saying stuff that she didn't. It's like Jason was saying stuff that I think Cardi B didn't want him to say. Oh, remember when I first met, I was laughing. Remember when I first met you at So-So's Diddy's house? And then the comments were saying, and you know how the conspiracies are gonna be like about Diddy's parties?
Right.
And she gave him a look like, bro, don't, like, saying, you know how people are right now with that situations? And you know what I mean? They're gonna be thinking that she be doing stuff to, you know, allegedly underage people, and she gave him that look like how dumb can you bring up his parties up? You know what I mean? And then he's doing an interview with a remote TV, and Diddy owns that thing too. I was like, certain stuff, like, you know what I mean, that she doesn't want people to know. Why would you even bring up, oh, I met you at Diddy's party? I was like, bruh. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. But that's what I was saying too. Like that's why I said I understand where he was coming from, because a lot of questions and I might have ain't realized until he said what he said, that a lot of the questions that he was concerted him being involved in whatever question that he was asking her. It was always getting to a part of what he did at the time of whatever the question that he was asking.
Exactly.
So I understood it. That's why I
Because
understood
Armon
it.
already had said that it wasn't trash. Like, I'm not gonna say the interview was trash, because she looked really beautiful and this and that. Like, you gave a good outlook of the show. You gave a good outlook. But the thing is after the fact, you know, and you gave another energy, and it's like, it's okay. But just like my girl just said, you know, give her time. She just stepped out. Oh, she ain't got nothing out yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why, you know, well, she should be giving the interview right now. Should have waited until she dropped. You know, how long is it going to be for you to drop this album? Is it going to be another 5-10 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit like that was just like, okay. now you also throwing some shit out there on the shots of love. Come on, I know your ass. But at the same time, it's like, it shows that he really cares.
And you're gonna
really
see
there.
and you're gonna see all the
is.
all the blogs are gonna pick up this thing and, you know, trash okay. And then Willie Show was trolling. I like him even if I disagree with
Wally,
him.
when it comes to Armon, he's going to troll. I can tell you that.
He said in the comment on Willie, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna give." He said, "This gives free promo to trash Tasha K." I was like,
that's what Armon said, or that's what
no,
Wally said?
Willie Show said that on the comments
The
of
Willie or the Wally?
Oh, it's Wiley Show. Sorry.
Oh shit, you. Yes, but Wally.
All right,
Wally
let's
is
get
sitting
it
on
right.
himself. Anything that concerns Armon, Wally do not give a fuck. He jumps right on that bandwagon, but he be a kiki though, and sometimes you gotta side eye him. Like I said, he is our long lost cousin.
And then he said, and then he said in the comments, oh, like saying the reason that
Go ahead, bro.
He said, oh, the reason that because it was a barb and stuff like saying, oh, so we don't care what I said in the beginning, so we don't care about Tasha K's daughter, and that's what I responded. And then he said, oh, kind of saying, oh, the reason she hasn't won because it's still an appeal, but Tasha K already have lost so many times the appeal, so
Right. And she's
like
still trying to get her
people were defending her, say, yeah, but what about her daughter? And people say, oh, they told the Barbs, look, if you're gonna be here in the comments, just listen to the interview. We don't got time for you. We already talked about that. So yeah.
Child, jeez.
Set them straight.
You
Yeah,
already
but I really think it was a nice interview. I mean, we all can have plenty of questions that we can ask Cardi. You know what I'm saying? But I think let time progress and let it elevate. There will be more. But just this interview alone, you know, she's hearing and seeing all the stuff that's being
Gloria,
said.
baby.
They already see it. She already see it. So that's why I say this is her first interview. Okay, she did it by Jason. He feel it got to be done by somebody else she don't know. Which, okay, even if she did, you know what I'm saying?
It's going
Cardi
to
still gonna let
happen.
off that same fragrance no matter what, period.
It's going to happen. She just ain't got to worry about going to him when she doing her album rollout. She already did what she done put her word on doing. She
You know
said
what?
she
You know what?
will.
I think one of those bloggers that I really like, and she's not messy. I was thinking if it wasn't Armon or Jason Lee, I said I love me some lovely T.I. That would be a good interview right there. I don't know. I just like that. You know the blogger. I think she's a blogger that went with Armon, and she lives somewhere in another state. And I think Cardi B invited her too. That would have been a good interview. But that's just my opinion.
You talking about Lovely T?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Something like that.
Lovely T. She be in her own little world.
But I think like the one that's interesting is Armand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he will be interesting, but then that's why I said you
Let's just
can't be a
focus on the
It would be
hottest last
juicy.
show ever, y'all. You feel me? Let's
You
focus on
already
this.
fucking up.
And you know he gonna be saying, I got the interview.
Right, because I see what he's doing. He's setting up his stage for him to start doing it. So we understand your route you're going. So don't make it like, okay, you see, I'm setting up my shit, and I'm telling you, you need to do another fucking interview. It's like, our mind, get your shit started, and we can leave it there. Like, come on, you make it make sense. You want to keep changing the fucking camera around, nigga? We seen you when you was facing forward. What's the point of you putting us on the side for? I was confused. So I'm like, okay, we get it, but don't be bitter because you're angry with the interviewer.
When he did that side camera, I said, and that's why we gonna stick beside him. When you get through, Armand, you'll be all right, baby. It's all good. It's just, you know, his way of just letting it be known that, you know, he love Cardi. I'm telling you, he do. That's facts. He do. You can. I know what I know. So he do, and I think that he just was expecting a lot more of what he wanted. But like you say, over time, like when her rollout jump off, we gonna all know about it when she ready. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it's not gonna happen when somebody else want to force it to say what's this, what's that. Like he gave good points about what should have could have been asked, but all that ain't about that right now. You know what I'm saying? Certain things was asked for a reason, and it's just that. But I'm not gonna sit here and beat her up about like, oh, why you did this, why you did that. It's
Right,
like,
it just sounds crazy, but that's what gave me the energy was from the way that he felt about the person that's doing the interview. Beautiful Barty Boo, she said, I'm gonna need Cardi to drop her next album immediately. I don't know how much longer I can wait. Let's talk about it. We gonna
And they're
stick
trying to
this
hype.
And so do we all. That's why I'm so happy because I'm like, talk all y'all shit. Because when it do drop, it's gonna drop hard. You know what I'm saying? But when he got said, is this gonna win the next time you get into movies? How you get into this? Cardi is everywhere. That's facts. You see what I'm saying? If she do rap, she gonna rap. If she gonna act, she gonna act. If she gonna roll out other things, she gonna do that. That's what it's about, progressing and elevating, not just being stuck at one spot. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to move around and do his thing in his music, right? You know, you just don't want to be a blogger, you know, all your life. Like he said that. So what's wrong with that? Like you want the same thing.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
like I was saying, they're trying to, they're trying to put. I was unsure when I saw. There was a I think everybody saw the tweet when when the guy told Ice Spice, "You need a good stylist." I said, "Here comes the minion Nicki Minaj Ice Spice." They're trying to push Ice. I was laughing
because the Barb's going to push her until they feel
yeah.
like they're going to side eye her, and then they're
I
going to start pulling
understand
out.
that she's a
Mhm.
barb, but I didn't kind of like when she did that video. That was kind of shade. But like Cardi B don't like kind of. I sometimes I get upset because doesn't she see that she see that? But she has told us like I do my own life. I don't care what other female rappers, but like I feel she's like she wants that co-sign so much, and Nikki I think Nikki might have talked to her behind scenes, but Nikki hasn't like tweet about her or nothing about it. I just felt it was really weird when she did that video about her that just came out, and I said, "Oh, what is this?" And like they're pushing her, they're pushing her. Oh, her album, she's gonna be. They were saying Ice Spice album is gonna sell 400K. I said, okay, let's sit down. She just started her career.
These
Let's sit
things
down.
being better than what Sweetie, so she.
Yeah, it was better. I think Sweetie needs to. I think she will be good to be a model and a businesswoman. I think I support her and all that, but I think she needs to cut it off. Just retire. So and then there were Young Miami came out with a video people. It makes me laugh because Carisha she had to grow on me, but what she's doing I don't know who's forcing this, if it's the label or something, but I just feel like the group has to separate already. It has to
Right.
separate. I don't know who's forcing this. I don't think JT just seems for me lazy. I like the girl. I follow her. And all that. But if the group is not gonna succeed, if JT is gonna be like that, I kind of feel like Carisha and her they're friends for a very long time, and maybe she
Right.
doesn't want to separate. But I think it's time, and people are they're waiting for that album. Allegedly, the album drops this year too, so I don't know when, but yeah.
Yep. Just like Nate said, the interview was good. Cardi don't need to be in no messy ass interview for them to drag her. Because damn if she do, damn if she don't. But that's what it was. It was like he wanted the interview to be more messy and more of bringing it up than us just getting a fresh start of Cardi B about to come out on her rollout and not getting too much of the mess, but getting what she been going through for these past couple months that we know about. But okay, like the album rollout, I'm not going to give y'all the juice before I got to pull out. How dumb do that sound? If I'm not pulling out no music, what the fuck am I giving y'all the real juice for when I got other interviews to do?
Right.
It's the messy that they so used to get the internet up in flames, and that's why they wanted to get into the mag thing. They wanted to get into into the everything else that's around the board because they wanted to get all of the messy shit out the way when she ain't even start her album rollout. Yeah, I'm gonna correct it. I'm gonna come out and talk about it, but I still got more time because I still need to bring my shit out. So why would I give all my juice to somebody that I'm just giving the favor that I already told them that I was giving them? So we're going to come in here and we're going to talk about the experience and everything we've been through. We wasn't with them when they wasn't on the internet for 4 and 5 years. We don't know what they was doing at that time. There's a lot of different shit that we can look at and see on the situation of this interview. She ain't did an interview in how long? A face interview on the goddamn
long time. That's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. It was something else I wanted to say real quick was where he mentioned about her bitch, how you taking pictures in the studio, but where's the rollout?
You know,
you giving us this, but what is that?
That's what kept getting me back into.
Yeah.
No, it's more of he's mad at Jason Lee, and he's taking it out on the way he expressing himself about more questions that could have been asked of you. I'm not taking away of what he's saying because yes, it could have been some more. They could have gave us 1 or 2 or 3 of them goddamn juices. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I said he gave out some good points. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about ain't nobody saying them, but it's just like you can see clearly that it was more there besides that.
Well,
and
I'm
that's what had me look at it differently too. Like, okay, calm down, relax.
right.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I was sitting there mad as shit watching this joint, like, what? Huh? But it's like I said, there was a couple points that I didn't realize that he made me realize. So that's why I wasn't what he said is how he said it. It was like, what?
Yes, that's my point right there.
Shit, it's federal. You already fucking know.
Well,
Like, shit, motherfucker. Go ahead, Andrea.
I'm gonna get off, but that's all. Like, we'll see how I am ready for more interviews and yeah.
Yeah,
All
it could
right
have
then.
been like,
Have a
yeah. Shout
beautiful
outs to
night.
you, Andrea. You came up here with the juice. Let's talk about it.
Yes, she did, baby. That's what we need. People need to get
Shout
up
out
here
to
in the
Andrea. We
chat,
love you,
talk
baby.
y'all
Have a good
shit.
night.
All right.
Yes, let's go. They ain't fucking ready yet. Shout outs to Nate in the motherfucking building. Shout outs to Zane in the building. Shout outs to Susie, baby. Shout outs to Lexus, boo. Outs to beautiful Barty. They ain't fucking ready yet. They can fuck with us hardly. Let's talk about it. Lynn, baby. They ain't fucking ready to talk about it. Lanita, boo. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's talk about it. How you feeling, boo? Let's get it. You already fucking know. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody. Nobody. Okay, make sure I ain't missing nobody. Gina probably done went to sleep on us. Where the fuck did Carrie go?
I hope she didn't.
Okay. Shout outs
That's
to
all right.
TW
We
showing
still got
popping up
family
in
down
here.
here that love us. They'll be back.
You already know where the fuck is Nita Boo, because she definitely ain't in here either. Okay, I'm trying to make sure. Jake, you already fucking know the other one came in here with the shiz naives. They ain't fucking ready to talk about it. Okay, let's get it. Let's fucking go. Ain't ready yet, and let's get into it's a couple more things, and then we out of here. You already know it's late. It's 11 o'clock, so we're gonna get out of here by like at least 11:15. All right, so now let's just find a couple more things. Nicole, baby.
Yes, I'm totally glad that we did talk about this subject. Those things that need to be addressed will be addressed in her music. That's how I look at it. And at the end of the day, it's just giving more commentary for other people to talk about. You're gonna hear some fuck shit, you're gonna hear some good shit, you're gonna hear some in between shit. But at the end of the day, no one can make her do or say anything unless she wants to do it. And whoever be on her side, whoever the fuck that she interview her, it shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, we have to focus on what's going to be dropping in a few minutes. It's finna be off the shit naive. It's definitely going to be giving.
One thing too, I'm just gonna do this fast. We ain't even gonna say too much about it. They said Tory Lanez reportedly regrets not to testify in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting trial. Claims he was guided by his former attorney. Okay, for all y'all goddamn Megan, y'all thinking that I just am biased about Megan. What did I say? He facing 22 years in prison. I would get on that fucking stand too. He is the only way to be able to defend himself and him facing 22 years because the driver that could have helped him could have been there to help satisfy the situation instead of having us on the situation of a goddamn a man that ain't revolving them at all on the witness stand, and they going off of what he seen and how he felt the reaction was at the moments that he seen because it was in front of his door. If he did not do it, he could have saved himself. And I said that. But now it comes out that he reportedly regrets not testifying. Not testifying. When I said these lawyers is just about their bread. They don't give a fuck when they know you about to lose. There's a lot of things that he could have did if he wanted to prove his innocence. That's what I feel about that, and that's where I'm keeping that too. The neighbors, Neighborhood Talk posted and said, during Tory Lane's 2-week trial, everyone was shocked that he did not take the stand. Because I said what I said during that time too. Then they say now the alleged reason of why he has been revealed. A source reveals to Rolling Stone that Tory felt like he was misled by his former attorney, by lawyer George whatever. The source claims George discouraged him from taking the stand to plead the decision, because mind you, if he had a fucking gag order, the only way I could talk is to get on this fucking stand to tell what really happened, to save my life from 22 fucking years away from my kids, back to my country. Like I said, I look at things both ways. And yes, I'm sticking beside Meg. But it's the point of, I said this when everybody just thought that I was being biased because I felt like I was sticking beside Meg. Because you telling me that she lied is not going to help me be like, okay, she wasn't shot. We know it wasn't purposely. We know that for a fact. But it's the point of you doing stupidity and us being people and understanding that you have a lot of people in this world with short man syndrome and they can't take this credit. And we seen that with the August Alsina thing. So that's what still make us lead to. It happened. So now, instead of him being able to testify, and then him not taking the stand, and then the next day, the fucking driver that could have took the stand for him pops up at the court. But we so focused on everything that's revolving over here on the other side. I'm not taking away for anything else that y'all feel like was misled. If it was misled, why is my radio mad at Nick at Night for pulling out the documents from the case? If it was misled, if it wasn't misled, you should not be bothered with her pulling out the documents from the case. But the problem is, it ain't going in their narrative. And they want you to feel like you don't see what they see, but your mind ain't thinking different of what you see. Of what they seen. Because my mind is totally different from a lot of people, I could tell. You know what I'm saying? That's why we can always disagree to agree. Okay? Because I'm going to always think very different. I ain't even going to hold you. We're going to agree to disagree. Okay? So they said a source reveals to Rolling Stone that Tory felt like he was misled by his former attorney, by lawyer George. The source claims George discouraged him from taking the stand to plead his case. This decision was made after prosecutors told the court they would bring in a substantial amount of evidence if Tory took the stand. Okay? Including Tory alleged assaulting August Alsina. We already know that could have been the chances of what would have happened if he took the stand. Why? Because guess what? We got into all of Megan Thee Stallion motherfucking history before the time anyway. At the beginning of the trial. So what makes you think if he got on that stand that they wasn't going to bring up his criminal history. Make it make sense. So he didn't do it. So that's why they called in for that security guard that could have went out there and took that stand, and he wouldn't have to worry about taking the stand. Okay? But everybody got a damn mad when it's the prosecutors against Tory Lanez. Is just surrounded by Meg because the incident was with Meg. And the prosecutors don't give a fuck because why? They just want to go after any motherfucking body. It could have been the other way around. They don't give a fuck. They come there to take you down. The jury has spoken. The jury been spoken. They said there is another side of the story at trial which has yet to be told, and we look forward to doing so. David Krezer, I don't know who it is. Hold on, because I don't see your comments yet. Let me finish this. David Krezer, Tory Lanez new attorney said. Okay? Okay? So that's all I had to say. I know people get their penis in a bunch and shit, everybody. But
All right now, baby, then you said what you said it with your chest.
No.
That's all I can say.
I just seen that before I even got live, and that's what made me like,
Yeah.
so when I said it, I was being biased when I said it. I literally said he could have testified himself once that motherfucking
just got up there and spoke his
that driver did not show up when that driver could have been the one to help you stop from facing 22 motherfucking years.
Yeah,
So if you don't do it for yourself and you listening to somebody that's just after your money, they're gonna get paid either way. Make it make sense.
But you see, when you sit and you think for a while, it ran across his mind. What shoulda, coulda, woulda. But like you said, it was already said that if he would have done that in the
Before
first
they
beginning,
before they
it would
even
have
had
been already. It would have been said, but it wasn't said.
before they even had a chance to even think about him getting on a motherfucking stand. If he didn't do the crime, that driver could have took that motherfucking stand. Because that was the only one that was in that car non-intoxicated. Like
It could have gave us point A to point Z because it kicked off in the limo. So that's what I'm saying. He was like the key witness to me. That could have bust the whole case wide open, but by him not going up there,
if he was really trying to prove his innocence.
Right. True.
These lawyers is after this money, baby. It was just a pandemic, baby. They ready to get it back and get it just like the IRS. You hear me? They ready to get it back and get it back in blood, okay? This shit is federal, but that's all I had to say, yo, okay? That's the only thing I had to say about that. I got that out the way, yo.
Enjoying the hottest last show ever. Make sure you bring a +1 when you come within the chat.
Danny Leg is keeping her fashion over. Okay. Hold on, we already talked about this one. Let's get into Remy Ma and Little Baby. Remy Ma got a whole problem on her hands. They said, LOL, that couldn't be any more like her. Let's get into it.
He's writing, like he's writing in the comments. He said Pop loves you. That's what he wrote. He's probably home or something or working. I don't know. We could call him after.
Okay.
Okay.
But why? No, because you get on my nerves.
What?
Chucky and Mommy's get on my nerves.
You don't have any nerves. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I get on my nerves.
How we getting on your nerves? Because I was going to kiss you?
No, y'all get on my nerves and y'all get on my nerves. And y'all need to get out of this car.
Man, we getting out the car in a second. Back up. All right, stop being funny. Watch out. Oh, what's the announcement? Somebody said, what's the announcement? So, I'm announcing who else is on my card. So, yeah. Am I expecting what? Expecting what? A check? A wire? The fuck? The heck? I mean, good thing the profanity police didn't catch that one. Ram, back up. Ram. Back up. You doing a
She look just like her.
lot. Someone said she up too. Oh, she be bombing me. She be bombing me real bad. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna post it in my story. So if y'all had to guess who y'all think I got on my card, who do y'all think? Yeah, you gotta know when they get too crazy, you be like, all right, enough.
Okay, shout outs to Remy, my little baby girl. They ain't ready to talk about it. Like, share, motherfucker, subscribe. Shout out. Beautiful Barty said, don't he still have a case for August? Y'all, log out. You already know, Zane. These lawyers out here finessing these so-called rich people. Let's talk about it, Lynn. Okay, Lexus Boo says, Zane, me, log out. What do I do? I was just answering your question. What did y'all talk about? Not the latter. Remy, my older than Nikki. Yep, I believe so. I ain't gonna hold you. I think so. You wouldn't even think it though, because that's what they gonna be getting. We don't come at her age because of her age. We come at her age because of the way she act. You know, Remy Ma older than her. If she is older than her, she older than her, and she don't act nothing compared to that. You know, and she can get ratchet. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it ain't what you do, it's how. It's just like with our mind with that show. It ain't what he said, it's how he said it. Okay, yes, beautiful Barty baby says Shorty Langs. I cannot deal with you. Fuck Nicki Minaj. Are you dumb? Yes. Pink Diamond, chicken with chain. Are you dumb? Beautiful Barty baby.
That's
She
right.
said,
Did you forget we pressed you before, bitch? Fuck Nicki Minaj.
let's talk about it. Remy Ma look like she in her 30s. That's facts. That's why I said she came out remodeling herself, baby. She was like, well, okay, Lexus Boo. She said you
Because it's how you treat yourself and how you treat others. It shows. You know what I'm saying? And she been to prison. You feel me?
Facts. Alexis Boo said you a pink diamond. You know, you dumb. Did you you have a leopard beehive on your head? Are you dumb? He said, are you forgetting that I pressed you before, bitch? Fuck Nicki Minaj. Like, share, motherfucker, subscribe, Nicole, get us out of here.
All right now, family. I'm so glad y'all attend the hottest last show ever. Let's continue to keep talking about it. Bring a +1 as you come into the chat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you show some love in the chat for those before leaving out. And I love you all. Stay blessed and know that we connected.
Yeah, hello, because it's that hot shit.
Okay.
Motherfuckers
And
keep
Baby D
playing that.
finna come with the send-off song. So let's get ready.
What? Fucking hot shit. These bitches never.
Bitch, I breakfast.
Still might slide on the eye. Just cause they said they didn't like it. We gonna run this shit back. I'm not gonna miss her if they tell her move. You should know my body is a booze. Let's go. Good night, y'all. Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Love you guys.
Let's go. Give it to him straight, 100 proof. I thought I killed you, Hokey, for it must be deja vu. Yeah. Let's go.